So we've already practiced drawing our pumpkins. Here's an example of the one that I was showing you earlier. You're going to, remember you want it to be like the size of your hand. My hand's obviously bigger than yours. You're going to take and write your name with the Sharpie. I don't have a Sharpie over here. You're going to draw your oval. You want it kind of flat on the bottom because the pumpkin wants to sit, okay? And then we've talked about overlapping, where I'm going to make this one just a little bit smaller, okay? Not as big, not as wide. And you want it to be symmetrical, meaning you want this side to look like that side. Kind of looks like a face with giant ears. And then it's going to get smaller and smaller. You're going to keep going out. You, like I said, you kind of want this to be the same size. Create your background line, draw a line, hit a bump, and jump. Now the stem, I want you to think of it having an oval as well to the side. It starts out wide and then gets narrow as it touches the top of the pumpkin, okay? Now I'm going to show you one that I've already started and already have going. So I've taken a Sharpie and I've outlined wherever I had right on top of that pencil line, right? And then I took an oil pastel. Now you've used oil pastels before. If you need to clean it, this one's kind of dirty, you can set it over on a scrap piece of paper, rub it around. If you need to set a paper here so you don't get it all over your hands. If you've noticed, I'm going around wherever I had, on the pumpkin area, wherever I had my Sharpie, I go around and I want the outside of this shape dark, where there's a black line. You can also go right here because if there's grooves on a pumpkin, okay, that is where you're going to have a shadow. And you want to kind of do your lines in the same direction because they're curved lines because it's a pumpkin. You can come back in and add some more lines on top if you want to. Oh, there's another black line. So I'm going to do all this oil pastel. If you want to come in and have like a couple little lines on top, you can. Just create a depth perception where it's darker. So we're going to go over this with the oil pastels, and then we're going to use temper cakes. So temper cakes, I'll show you the next step as I finish this. Okay, I'm back. If you notice, I did the stem brown. You can do it green, whatever you choose. Here's the temper cake. You're going to be sharing these with your shoulder buddy. We have our water tubs. Remember, they're only half full, and we share them with our shoulder buddy. I have brand new brushes this year. So here's Miss Paula. She's nice and pretty. Long stem. Remember, that's the danger zone. Don't put your fingers down there. Hold it like a wand. Miss Paula likes to keep her hair nice and neat. Only dip the tips. She doesn't. She only has highlights, not the whole thing colored. And these are temper cakes. I think you've used them before. If not, I'll show you what to do. It is dried paint that when you add water, I'm going to show you here on the camera, see if you can see it here. I think I just dripped water trying to show you. And you're going to spin it around, and we are only painting, here we go. We're only painting with the yellow today. And I'm not scrubbing, but I'm very delicately moving that paintbrush around. Now, I'm going to go wherever in the center I have not colored over with the orange oil pastel. Get some more paint. If you need to get some water, add some water here. Because a pumpkin is lighter on the outside surface when you're drawing it. And it's lighter on the inside, where that would start to kind of like a 3D shape, where it would give the illusion that it's round. Then I'm going to come in and I painted over, get more water, stir it around. Like I said, you're going to have to share this with your shoulder buddy because I don't have enough for everybody to have their own. And the oil pastel is really cool because it acts as a barrier where you cannot, you can't paint over it. Finish that, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, artist, I want you to see that Mrs. Milligan does make mistakes. I was trying to do this really quick, and I got some drops of blue on my pumpkin. Oh, well, nothing I can do about that. These are liquid watercolors. You do not add water. I like for you to, you're going to be sharing with the shoulder buddy, use one or two, have one or two caps off at a time. For my base, from the bottom of my background, what my pumpkin is sitting on, I'm going to use green. I've already painted the blue background. You can choose whatever colors you want. I like, personally, I'm going to set this up here. Personally, I like the blue. Pumpkin really stands out with the blue background. But you can choose if you want to have a background line. If you don't have a background line, you're going all the way to the edge. I'm not shoving that paintbrush. Just remember how I'm holding it very carefully. Now, when you are done with these, artists, they go in the drying rack. Don't leave a lot of liquid. Move that around. Gently move it around. The background should be really quick to color. They go in the bottom drying rack, and then you work your way up. That's why we always say bottoms up, buttercup. Be very careful when you are painting that you're not splattering your paperwork or somebody else's. Notice the mat I have underneath it. When you carry it, artist, carry it like a wet. It is wet. Carry it like a tray of hot cookies. That you want to be careful with them, 2 hands. Leave it on the mat. Come back to your seat and close the lids. Remember how we take care of Miss Paula? We get her clean in the dish. I don't have enough space here with doing this video, sorry. Check the edge, make sure she's clean. Wipe her with paper towel. See how it still has green on there. I'm going to keep cleaning my paintbrush until it's clean. Dry it, reshape it, and set it in the tray. Thank you.